From Dogecoin and cryptos expected to rebound from here to rising crypto adoption and important data and updates for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and others, there is a lot to talk about in this video. So, let's talk about it. So first of all, we are now seeing that the crypto market has continued its downtrend as Bitcoin and altcoins have been trading in the red. We are seeing this downtrend because investors are still worried and uncertain amid the ongoing Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Moreover, traditional markets are also going down, and owing to crypto's growing correlation with them, the crypto market is also moving to the downside. Another important thing to note here is that with Bitcoin getting clobbered amid the crisis in Ukraine, investors are now questioning its safe haven status. The thing is that while Bitcoin and cryptos are trading in the red, gold has skyrocketed roughly 2% to reach its highest level in more than a year as investors poured into the precious metal. The gold market is gaining traction as investors reposition themselves ahead of another uncertain week, with all eyes on Russia's escalating aggression in Ukraine. So this means that investors are now coming to the gold market instead of crypto, and this is why there is a lack of any significant momentum in the crypto market. However, there is some good news for Dogecoin and other cryptos, and it is now highly likely that the market is going to come out of this downtrend after March 15. So Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal has recently come up with some very important tweets. He is saying that the massive rise in food and energy prices have caused an enormous tightening of financial conditions, along with the liquidity issues of deplatforming Russia. He has revealed that the swaps curve is now at 15 basis points and will hit zero soon, showing how tight economic conditions really are. And the key thing to note here is that he is saying that the odds of interest rate hikes are falling fast because hiking rates into a supply shock just worsens what is likely to become a global recession as the Russian situation will not get solved fast. He believes that demand will erode fast at these prices too. So what it means is that inflation is going to rise from here, and this is why the Fed is not going to hike rates this month or in the coming months. Moreover, while highlighting the overall market conditions, he is saying that Europe is now in a hot mess and there is a decent chance of MMT-style handouts to cover food and energy costs. He believes that this could be a global thing, and it was the new trick that the governments and central banks learned in 2020. So it means that this also accelerates green energy commitment, a global deal with Iran, and a shift towards Morocco and Algeria as regional further splinters into more regionalized supply chains. So what he is saying is that the global markets are going to see severe tensions and pressure in the coming days, and things are currently not looking good for financial sectors. However, the good thing is that the right trades here remain gold and crypto, bonds and dollars. Raoul Pal believes that one sniff of a change in central banks' use of balance sheet and crypto explodes again, but patience is required. He thinks that the entire setup is very similar to March 2020 for cryptos, and they are going to explode during this global financial mess. So the point is that it is now looking impossible for the Fed to hike rates this month. In fact, we know that Fed Chair Jerome Powell recently said that the Russia-Ukraine war has injected uncertainty into their outlook. This is because Powell believes that the implications of the Russia-Ukraine war for the U.S. economy are highly uncertain, and they will be monitoring the situation closely. He believes that the near-term effects on the U.S. economy of the invasion of Ukraine, the ongoing war, the sanctions, and of events to come remain highly uncertain. So this is just more and more confirmation that the probability of a 50 basis points hike at the 15th March FOMC meeting has now evaporated with Powell's testimony. So what we are seeing right now is that instead of controlling inflation, the Fed is increasing its balance sheet. In fact, it is only increasing it by printing more and more money. And seeing the escalating conflict between Russia and Ukraine, it is now expected that the Fed may not hike rates this month. So this is a good thing for cryptos since inflation is not going to decrease, and this means that investors will be coming back to the crypto market. And what it means is that the crypto market is going to flourish this month as there may not be any pressure of interest rate hike. So after the FOMC meeting on 15th March, the Fed is going to announce that they are not hiking rates, and even if they do, they will be reducing the basis point. And this is why I think that Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and other cryptos are going to rebound after this meeting since investors will be returning to cryptos. All in all, I still believe that we are going to see some significant moves from cryptos this month. Meanwhile, famous author Robert Kiyosaki is saying that Joe Biden wants inflation. He is saying that he is countering Biden's actions by investing in Texas and Dakota Oil, and he also bought a gold mine in Utah. Most importantly, he is advising investors to save in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. In any case, I'd like to remind you that this isn't financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. So I'd suggest that you do proper research before investing anything into crypto. And another good thing for cryptos is that governments all around the world have now seen that their reserve currencies can plummet during global issues like what we are seeing in Ukraine. We have seen that the Russian ruble has crashed during this ongoing crisis, and Russians are now using Bitcoin and cryptos as a safe haven. So one of the key reasons Bitcoin and cryptos will become the world's reserve currency is that the reserve currency should not bear the mark of any particular country. Cryptos have shown to the world that they don't bear the mark of any particular country, and this is why we will be seeing Bitcoin and other cryptos becoming the world's reserve currency in the future. On a similar note, we are now seeing that Bitcoin is playing a very important role in the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. And residents of these two nations have taken to Bitcoin to complete most offshore transactions. And seeing this, Bloomberg's senior commodity strategist, Mike McGlone, believes that the Russia-Ukraine conflict may mark another step in Bitcoin's maturation toward becoming the global digital collateral. So this is just another reason why it is highly likely that Bitcoin and other cryptos will be becoming the world's reserve currency in the future. And with that being said, let's come to Dogecoin's current price movements. So Doge is currently consolidating around the 12 cents level, and it appears that it is finding it hard to find any pace from here. We are now seeing that the current trend is looking bearish for Doge since it is moving below its important trading averages, while its MACD level is also looking bearish. However, this bearish sentiment is only for the short term. As I explained before, once it becomes clear that the FED is not going to hike rates, we will be seeing investors coming to the crypto market. So this is why I believe that Doge is going to rebound after the FOMC meeting on 15th March. Another thing I want to mention here is that despite its sluggish performance in the recent past, Dogecoin's popularity has remained unaffected. We are now seeing that Dogecoin has remained the third most popular crypto among US-based crypto holders. As per a recent survey from Bakkt, both men and women crypto owners in the US reported their top coin investments like Bitcoin and Ethereum, followed by Dogecoin and then a variety of other coins. So this is just more and more confirmation that Dogecoin's popularity has been increasing even when its price is struggling to find any pace. And I think this rising popularity and adoption is going to help its price gain some momentum in the long term. And now, let's come to Bitcoin for a minute. So the price of Bitcoin has plummeted as global geopolitical tensions escalated to unprecedented levels. We can see here that Bitcoin is now trading below its crucial moving averages, and the overall sentiment is looking bearish right now. However, crypto analyst Matthew Hyland is saying that Bitcoin has successfully closed the daily candle above the support zone around 39.6K. He believes that this is a critical support level for Bitcoin, and it is crucial for Bitcoin to continue to close above this support zone. And if Bitcoin manages to do this, then it can avoid any further sell-off from here, and we can expect an upward rally in the following trading sessions. Meanwhile, crypto analyst BTC Fuel is saying that Bitcoin is still looking very similar to the 2019 bear market bottom. We can see here on this chart that Bitcoin's current price chart is looking very similar to 2019's price chart. Currently, Bitcoin is staying on the low side just like it did in 2019, and we can see here that after hitting this bottom, Bitcoin witnessed a massive rally back at that time. So if history is any guide, and since Bitcoin is now mimicking a very similar pattern, we can expect a similar upward rally from it in the near future. And now coming back to Dogecoin, we have just seen that it is now highly likely that the FED is not going to hike rates this month. So I believe that investors will be coming back to the crypto market. And this is exactly what is going to help Doge and other cryptos to rebound from here. In any case, where do you think we are headed from here? Do you think Dogecoin is going to move to the upside from here? Let me know in the comments section below.